connected. Why are we not connected? Oh, we are. There we go. Okay. Let's just change the titles. I'm just changing everything on so all the titles update. Here we go. Right, okay, looks like we're transmitting. Where are we? Okay, welcome to Moving On TV. Hang on, I'm muted. Today's Stay Sane Daily. I'm all wrapped up. I don't know about you, but it's really, really cold today. And today I want to talk to you about, well, because we're Mental Health TV, I basically want to stay on that, focus on the mental health. Okay, so today is Stay Sane 109. And what I put on Instagram today about Stay Sane 109 is basically stay sand, not stay sand, stay sane. Sorry, stay sane. 109 was when you wake up in the morning and the head is everywhere. You know, how do we stay focused? How do we keep that focus that helps us, you know, to get through the day? What do we do? How do we stay focused enough to help us in some way? And you know, some people, you have to do something. When you wake up in the morning, the head is going to be everywhere. It's going to be panicking. You won't be able to, a lot of the time your mind will drag you into all the negativity, all the fears, all the things that are not going to help you today. The mind will drag you there. And so what I'm trying to do is to try and teach me and you, regardless of the mind and panic and what I've got to face tomorrow. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Okay, we have to keep remembering this. And the mind is very quickly will drag me into tomorrow. The mind will drag me into fear and panic and try and destroy what's left of today. Don't let that happen. It's 4:00 in the afternoon, and I'm telling you that we can do our best to have a good day, even though tomorrow could be horrible and we don't know. I mean, I've got to face an eviction meeting tomorrow and I can't. So I've decided I'm not answering the phone. You have to decide what's right for you, because there's no point. Because on the phone, to talk to these greedy idiots on the phone, and I will just end up having a breakdown. And so I know there's no point me doing it. Now, if it was face to face, maybe, I could get somewhere with them, but I'm no good on the phone. I'm no good. I get It gets very confusing on the phone because you can't hear you don't know the pauses enough. You know, when you're talking to someone face to face, you can see them, you can see their eyes, you can see their reactions, you can feel what's going on with them. But when you talk on the phone, there'll be lots of misunderstandings. They don't hear you, you don't hear them. There's no proper communication. And so I don't trust this. And so I'm not answering the phone. If they want to have a meeting with me, let them have a meeting with me in person with respect and talk to me about this eviction. I cannot talk on the phone, I'll just have a massive breakdown because I won't be able to understand what they're saying. Look, sometimes when you have post traumatic stress disorder, and people start to trigger you, because these idiots will trigger you. They don't know how to work with people with post traumatic stress. They don't have a clue. I have post traumatic stress disorder, and this eviction thing has given me a situation where there is no answer because I have cats. And this country, nobody wants your cats, not even the council, no one. No one answers the phone. The system is broken. There's nowhere to live. And if you don't have a job or enough money, then you can't get a home. So forget it. And if you have cats, they won't give you anything. So me and my cats are inseparable. So nobody even say, they're my babies. I don't have family. I don't have anyone. I just have two cats, very old cats. And we are a family and no one breaks us up. Anybody tries, then they won't know what hit them. No one takes peace and Ellie. So I know this is an impossible situation. And the minute I opened that letter and the panic came in and the fear came in, and then I thought I'll hand it over. So I handed it over to something else, to God, to my higher power. I don't know why I've been given this on top of everything else, because it's like I'm not allowed to earn anything anymore. Not from moving on TV, not from work. I don't have any family. Everyone's cut me off. And it's just me and two cats. Why have I been given an eviction on top of it? That's just cruel. It's cruel, and the world is very cruel. So don't go out there blaming God. This is not God. This is the human race. People are cruel, and people do cruel things to each other. Now you have to decide, regardless of this cruelty, if you can't deal with it, then put it away in a box and say, you know what, God, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I cannot talk to these Neanderthal lunatics who want to put me out of a house in the middle of a chaotic loony bin country when I don't have any family to take me in. I don't have any friends. I don't have a job, so I can't rent. I don't have a deposit for their madness, for their greed. And at the moment, no one is answering the phone. Shelter don't answer the phone. The council don't answer. It's a complete loony bin out there. So back off. I love me. And I love my cats. So I'm not answering the phone tomorrow. Fuck it. Sorry, feck off and leave us alone. Because if you want to talk to me about throwing me out of the house that is keeping me safe at the moment with my cats, I don't even have a car at the moment to get out. I have to rely on Martin coming here once a week to take me out. That's my life. You butt out. My higher power is saying no. You don't come near me. My higher power is saying you can ring as much as you want, but I'm not answering the phone. You want to come and evict me, you come and sit with me and talk to me like a human being and see what post-traumatic stress disorder looks like. If not, I want nothing to do with you, because I'm a human being and I deserve to be treated with respect. An eviction in the middle of the chaos and the madness that we're living in, where no one answers the phone, the council don't answer, the shelter doesn't, nobody answers the phone. If you think you're going to hurt me and my cats, no. I prayed about it and I put that letter away and I'm not answering the phone. Whatever. You can just, and they even had the gall to send me an expense sheet, a quote of how much I have to pay those greedy bastards at court for throwing me out on the streets. When that greedy landlord has already got a house, he doesn't need another house. He's just greedy. It's just greed. Me, if it was me and I was the tenant, I would have given the house to the tenant, because there's no way I would have made another human being suffer. So this is mental health TV. And I have to come on here and stay sane for you guys. But I'm saying that sometimes you have to put it in a box and say, right, you take it, because I'm not having it. I cannot deal with this, God. You take it. I don't know what to do. You've given me a situation, God, where I have to trust. Maybe that's why you gave it to me. Because up until now, I've trusted and you took care of me. So tomorrow, take care of me, because I'm not answering that phone on my own. Because I will land myself in a mess. I've got post-traumatic stress. I cannot talk to these Neanderthals, greedy pieces of shite that are trying to put me and the cats on the street. I won't talk to them. I'm worth more than that. I will not talk to these Neanderthals, this system, this whatever is destroying lives and killing us and destroying us. And doesn't care about me at all as a human being. Nothing. You want to talk to me? You set up a proper meeting with me, face to face, where I can see your mouth, where I can see your eyes, where I can talk to you and listen to your point of view and my point of view, and we come to an agreement. But don't ring me up, some greedy lawyer who's getting like £500 a minute. Don't ring me up, because my phone will not even be on tomorrow at all. And if they try to do anything, it'll go live and moving on TV. And you will see how people get treated in this world. You will watch. I will make sure that the whole world sees how they can, if they can evict a human being out of their home who has nowhere to go, nowhere. I have nowhere to go. Okay? If I want to go, okay, I'm looking at solutions here, and I'm saying to you, sometimes, guys, you're given a situation and you've got absolutely no way to fix it. And that's where I am at this moment. There's no way to fix it. You say, oh, ring shelter, they'll help you go to the, no, homeless, nothing. No one does anything. No one is working. Most people are at home, remotely working. Nothing is happening. The whole system is broken. Everything is collapsed. It's all collapsing. I'm not going to be put into that chaos with PTSD, and neither should you. You protect yourself. You make sure you are protected. Now, if I was on my own, I could stay in a hostel. I'm not bothered. But I have Peace and Ellie, and they're my babies, and they're all I've got left. 2 cats. I've had them since they were kittens. They rely on me, and no one takes them away from me, because they dare. They just dare to try. Not only that, they're very old. And I do not think it's a good idea to move 19-year-old cats. They're 19 years old. They're very old. They need to be safe and protected the same way as I do. And so I am not even dealing with it. It's yours, God. You deal with it. Yeah? You deal with it. I'm not, because I can't. I'm just me. And so I'm on Moving On TV here to tell you that sometimes you're going to get a situation you can't deal with. A lot of the time you're going to get situations you can't deal with because they have enslaved you and they've turned you into nothing. They took everything from you in order to turn you into their slaves, to do with you whatever they want. Every penny that was earned went to this greedy landlord. I own this house. We own this house. 5 years for a 1-bedroom, £850 a month for a 1-bedroom house. 1-bedroom house, tiny. £850 a month for 5 years. Yeah? I own this. I own this place. You own the places you are renting. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They took and they take and they take and they take. And then they tell you you're mentally ill. You're not mentally ill. They are greedy. Do you understand? It's called gaslighting. That's why I formed Moving On TV as well. Because I want you to believe that you are not mentally ill. They are. They're the ones that gaslight you. Do you know what gaslighting is? Is when they can't deal with it, they say, oh, you're insane, because you won't deal with their bullshit, with their lies, with their unbelievable greed. They say that you are the one who's mentally ill. You're the one that they have to lock up because you don't think like the same as they do. You want to do something that makes your heart sing, means you're mentally ill? No, it doesn't. If you have a child that wants to go on the stage instead of being an accountant or whatever, does that mean they're mentally ill? No, it doesn't. It means they're a creative. Stop putting people in boxes. 99% of you are not mentally ill. Mental health. We call ourselves Moving On TV mental health for a reason. Balance. Coming to decisions together, not threatening people. We're going to throw you on the street because we're so greedy. We don't give a shite if you have a home or not. No. They're the ones that are gone in the head. They have no heart. They have no heart. All the people that I know in the therapeutic community, the people that were diagnosed were the ones with the biggest hearts. They would do anything for anyone. They just didn't know how to help themselves because nobody ever helped them. Children that were hurt and abused that no one ever listened to. I hope you're watching the films I'm putting on, the information I'm giving you, the validation. You could ring my bell. Ring your bell. I am ringing my bell today and saying I cannot deal with a phone call from these morons tomorrow morning. So I'm not answering the phone. I'm handing it over to God. You take that phone call for me, God. Because I can't do it. Because I love Lauren. And I'm not going to put her under that kind of pressure. I'm not going to force her to do something that she knows she can't do. As I say, when you've got post-traumatic stress, to talk on the phone sometimes to someone who doesn't give a shite about you is the wrong decision. The job center are making terrible mistakes. They're ringing people who are on benefits and they are triggering them non-stop. They rang me the other day and I said to them, you know what? If I wasn't me, I'd be heading down to the cabinet and taking all those pills because you don't know how to talk to people who have post-traumatic stress disorder. You don't say we're going to take away your benefits if you can't get a job. Do you know what's going on out there? Nobody can get a job. Not if you are a free human being, and I can't talk about that because they'll wipe me off the planet and I'll get trolls and I'll get abused and I'll get sexualization because there is no freedom of speech anymore. It doesn't mean I'm mentally ill. It means I'm a free human. And we are all free humans and we all have a right to be. So instead, I'm looking at the language of letting go today, and I'm looking at January the 18th. So how do I stay sane even though that letter came and I just stopped breathing? It was like my heart went, that was it. I don't know what to do. I've got nowhere to go. If I speak to those Neanderthals, I will lose my temper, it'll get dirty, because they don't listen to the signs. They trigger, 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 trigger. Non-stop trigger. And I don't want that. I asked the job center to give me a job as a go-between with people that have been diagnosed with serious mental health issues because I will be able to keep them calm. Because I know how to do it. Maybe they will give me a job. Maybe they'll would they help moving on TV in any way? Any of the mental health charities? Where are you when I contact you? The therapeutic community is an interesting one. I asked them if I could be an ambassador to go out and promote the therapeutic community everywhere, as it gave me so much. It was my miraculous healing. Not once did they ask me to be an ambassador? And I don't understand why not. Because I'm the one who tells everyone how amazing they are, how it's on the NHS, how you don't need medication, you don't use medication. So what is the therapeutic community hiding? Are they working for Big Pharma as well? It's a big question, but they never ever answer my phone calls, in spite of the fact that all I've done for 10 years is promote them. Big questions, eh? I don't know the answers anymore. All I know is today, I'm still on the 18th of January and my stomach is rumbling and I want to be sick from the nausea and the fear of a phone call tomorrow. And that is not how we should be living, okay? So if you are full of fear because of the greed and the way the system is, we need to change that system. But until we change that system, we have to learn how to live within it, don't we? So how am I going to do this? So that's why I came on to Moving on TV, because if you are going through a huge amount of panic today because of something you've got to face next week, tomorrow, next year, in a month's time, I want to teach you as I learn how we're going to do it together. But today, I don't know how I'm going to do it, except I'm going to give you a technique and me a technique that was given to me when I was first came into the 12 steps. I'm not an alcoholic, but this is how it works with alcohol. Alcoholics, if you have a sponsor, the sponsor will tell you in order to get through the day, you have to do it 1 minute at a time. That's it. You get your clock or your watch. Okay, you say it is now 1637. From 1637 to 1638, I'm not going to panic. 1 minute. God, you take it. Love, you take it. Ancestors, you take it. My family in heaven, you take it. Because I can't do that. I don't know what to do. If you can't stop drinking and you do 1 minute and say to God or love or whatever, this could be your higher power. It doesn't matter. You take it for 1 minute, okay? It's now 1638. From 1638 to 1639. I don't want to drink for 1 minute. You take it. If you want to give up, it's up to you. I don't want to panic for 1 minute. You take it. There you go. You take it. Before you know it, you'll be in the evening and you will have given that over 1 minute at a time. And before you know it, I've got to charge the phone. Sorry. Before it dies on me. Before you know it, you will have done a whole day of handing over to a higher power. And guess what? You will be at peace, okay? Sorry, I'm just going to charge because I don't have the battery to die. Hopefully, there we go. Okay. So, by the end of the day, you will be at peace. You will be at peace, okay? So I don't need this. So you're asking your higher power, you take it. You take it. You take it 1 minute at a time, yeah? Let's read January the 18th. This is my higher power, the Just for Today book. My problem is not powerlessness, but too much power over my emotions. I said, then I learned controlled emotions control me. Of all emotions, I relate to anger the least. I said, then I learned that my large choices in life, no less than my idlest snap judgments of people, were ruled by unadmitted angers and fears. How inappropriate their angers are, I said of my near ones. But my own poor strategies of living had gone to produce the emotional climate I complain against. I learned detachment and forgiveness. And the meditation for today is, hi, Cara, how are you, sweetheart? Haven't seen you for a while. Love you. May my love for others continue to grow as I learn to acknowledge my true feelings and to accept the consequences of my feelings in the real world. I will listen to my feelings and direct them toward recovery. So I'll tell you why I'm so angry about having an eviction notice. Because of the non-stop work I've done for humanity. The ego is very angry. The ego believes that God should provide me with a home because of all the work, and I don't earn anything, but non-stop work and not a martyr because I love my work. Remember, we talked about the martyr and how to stay sane in a crazy world. I'm not a martyr. I love my work and I know why I'm here. Okay, so from 1642 to 1643, I am admitting that I'm very angry at the moment to not have a home. In spite of all the work I've done for humanity, I don't have a home. At least have a home, a safety net. It's not okay. And that's the ego. So that's why I feel like I do. I'm angry. I'm angry that this thing called God that I did all this work for humanity for 10 years now, so 11 years since I came out of the community, I've worked non-stop to promote the message of recovery, non-stop, through creativity, through all the work I've done, through the book I'm in. And I couldn't get to a level where I would have a home, even not even a home, when these celebrities and footballers earn billions for doing nothing, just kicking a ball around, or where celebrities have no talent whatsoever, but they're puppets. Do you see where this is coming from? This is huge rage inside of me. I can feel myself getting hotter and hotter. How dare you evict me? How dare I not have a home? So that's what's lying underneath here. This is what's lying underneath this eviction thing, is this huge rage. And so the universe needs me to purge this rage. And that's why they gave me this eviction. Everything happens for a reason. Thank you, sweetheart. Everything happens for a reason, Cara. The reason they gave me an eviction. Yes, every 3D evictions can only happen in 3D. There is no way they can evict you in 5D because it's love. And there isn't enough love in this world yet to stop people from being treated like rubbish. But this is anger. You see, the reason they gave me an eviction was so I could bring it up, so I could purge. That's why you're given these opportunities to bring it up, to vomit out all this cruelty that the universe has, that the human, not the universe, people have done this to you. The system, the greed. It's an opportunity for you to bring it up, to vomit it, because you cannot go into ascension. And the moon is in Cancer and there's Mercury retrograde and everything is all over the place. It's like you're being thrown here, there, and everywhere, and everyone's going to have problems and issues. And with me, they gave me an eviction without a solution because they knew that I had to trust in God and I had to bring up all this rage. I hate the lawyers. I hate the landlord. I hate the system. Hate. And if I hate, then how can I be well? I'm full of hatred towards them. I hate them. I hate the system. I hate the greed. I hate what they're doing to children. I hate the wars. I hate what they did to my childhood. I am full, Lauren, the ego hates. So what is lying underneath hatred and rage? And how can you stay sane with all of this? But guys, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault, and it's not anybody's fault. It's the way what they did to this beautiful world. They took the world from the light into nothing, into hell. They created hell on earth for us. And now they're trying to propagate the hell on earth, to do their best to make it the worst they can for our human beings. But guess what? As Kara said, the light is coming in. The light is coming in. My self-protection is saying to me, don't answer the phone, Kara. Don't answer the phone tomorrow, Lauren. They ring up greedy solicitors and courts and expect you to pay for the fact that they are putting this on you when you don't have a penny. You do not answer the phone. You ignore them. Like they're nothing. They don't exist to me. Nothing. God will protect me. God will protect me. And I'm going to trust that God will protect me. This is a big one for me because every time someone knocks on the door, I think they're going to evict me. I mean, they tried to break in, the police that time, with a crowbar. After I did an interview about police brutality, they tried to break into the house with a crowbar. And I live on my own. So the fear that I feel is really rage. And so I have a lot of forgiveness to do. Forgiveness, the 12 steps of forgiveness. Guys, have you ever done the 12 steps of forgiveness with Colin Tipping? I put it on here once, the 12 steps of self-forgiveness. And I know it's not really a good time to do this. You can't really do it. You're probably either at work or it's early. We've got an amazing interview coming up tonight at 9:30 p.m. with Emilio Esteban from Mexico, one of our new presenters. But the 12 step of forgiveness is when you tap into what you saw. As I said, I am raging at the system. I can feel. Tap into what you're angry with. Feel it with me. We are Mental Health TV because I want to help you to feel so you can heal. I want to help me to feel it. And the whole of my torso, the top of my body is now feeling it. This huge rage. Breathe and feel it. Feel it. It's everywhere. It's all constricted. So Colin Tipping says, you feel that. In order to forgive, where is it? It's the whole of my torso, the top of my body. Feel it. No wonder I suffer so much pain. Are you suffering pain? Where is it stuck? Where is your anger stuck? Where is your fear stuck in this body? Me, it's the whole of the top of my torso, the whole of it. It's all constricted. So the 12 step of self-forgiveness is you really feel it. And then you have to say, can you believe that this situation, this system has given you an opportunity to forgive? That this situation, these are your angels. These are your healing angels that are giving you an opportunity to feel so you can heal. Yeah? Somebody with a smile just sent me, want to become famous. Again, it doesn't work. It's just nonsense. Please don't send me nonsense. I've tried it. It doesn't work. Thank you, gorgeous. We feel it. Feel it. Feel it. So 12 steps of forgiveness is I forgive me. I forgive you. I forgive me. The little soul that you seem to forget is you. That beautiful song, I forgive you. You've done the best you could. I forgive you. I release you from the shoulds. I respect you as the special child of God you're meant to be. I forgive you, me. I wonder why it's easier forgiving someone else. Your mother, father, children, everybody but yourself. If I learn to love myself completely, the good, the bad, the old, the geeky, da-na-na. Okay. When I look into my eyes and see the smile on my face, I forgive you. You've done the best you could. I forgive you. I release you from the should. I protect you as the precious child of God you're meant to be. I forgive you, me. Why is it so hard to forgive yourself? Because it's not them, it's you. You manifested it, you created it in order to heal. So that way you take responsibility for everything. And I feel like I'm shaking, I feel sick, huge nausea. I don't have a clue what I'm going to do. So I'm asking my higher power, I'm asking God, What shall I do with this? Well, all you can do today, Lauren, is keep forgiving, keep forgiving, keep forgiving. Forgive the system, forgive the poor humans that are so scared that one house isn't enough. They need 2, 3, 4, or 10 houses. You forgive them because they were mistreated, they are confused. They think that having another 2 houses will make them happy. So they don't seem to care that another human will be on the street because of them. You forgive them because you know that you're not like that. And I am so grateful that I'm not like that. Because if I was Kara, let's not go there, sweetheart. He's living with his mum in a 4-bedroom house. We don't even talk about it. Okay? Just leave it. Please. Just leave it. What I'm saying is, I've lost my train of thought. I've lost my train of thought. I know what I was going to say. If I was the landlord, I would have given the house to me, to that tenant, because I'm a different consciousness. There is no way I would want a human being to suffer. But I'm not the landlord. If I had one house, why would I need another? Unless it was in a hot country, but I can't go to a hot country. Why would I need another house? Why would I turf a human being out on the streets? Why would anyone do that? But I'm not the landlord. There's something else. They're a part of me that I don't acknowledge anymore because they're not me, because I don't have that. And I don't care if anybody says to me, that's you, that's your shadow. No, it's not. Because if I was that landlord, I would have given that house to me. I would have said to them, don't worry about it. I don't need it anymore. I've got a home, I've got a car, I've got a good life. What do I need your house for? Why would I need to turf you out and the cats out and make you homeless? Because I have a heart. There is no way. When I had a home in Spain and I used to rent it out, it used to have fruit in it. I made it beautiful for the person that stayed there from the heart. I gave and gave and gave them everything. This landlord has created plastic and the cheapest carpets you can imagine. Everything is cheap and nasty in here. When I had my place in Spain before they took it, because they took everything from me and Martin, our home. They took the money first and huge deposits, like from all of you guys. And I want you to feel your anger because they took and took and took and took and took. When are you going to start realizing that that is not okay? I am putting my foot down and I'm saying to them, feck off. I'm not even talking to you on the phone. Feck off. I don't want to talk to you. I will not talk to you. You come near me, I'll remember that I was an Israeli soldier. Let me put it that way. You come near me or my cats, and I'll remember my training. And that doesn't make me mentally ill. That makes me proud. That makes me a goddess. That makes me someone that loves herself and protects herself and her animals and is a human being that deserves to have a home and to be free. It does not make me mad. Every mother protects her children. I protect me and I protect my animals. I protect little Lauren. No one's coming near us. They can go back to the drawing board and they can figure it out. I can't. What's the point of me making myself sick? by answering a phone call that's going to make me huge panic. And even I'm on my own here trying to deal with everything on my own. Guys, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't have those kind of addictions. So I cannot switch off sometimes apart from what I do here on Moving on TV. I use my creativity, I use meditation, I use the 12 steps, I use outreach, I pray, I go into nature, and I stay sane one day at a time. But they've given me a situation here where it's very easy to take me out of balance and create insanity in me. Insanity just means going out of balance. They have no right to do that. No right. If someone steps in and starts paying, sponsoring Moving on TV for the 2 years work I've done, non-stop 2 years of non-stop work, and I've never been paid a penny. Not because I'm a martyr, but because I'm doing my job for humanity. So, okay. So I'm doing my job for you. You do your job for me, God. You protect me and the cats. That's it. That's my deal with God. You can't make a deal with God. It doesn't work like that. You can't, because God has given me a job to do, and the job I have to do is to bring all of this up and to teach you. I don't have a clue how I'm going to cope with this. I don't. All I know is I'll fall apart and there won't be anyone here to pick it up. There won't. And I can't let that happen. I can't let myself go to a level where they can get hold of me and stick things in me. Not after all the work I've done on myself, not after what you saw, all the techniques that I teach on a daily basis. I can't let myself go to the level where they get hold of me. It's not going to happen. I'd rather die than let them get hold of me now. Because I've worked non-stop to prove that you are not, I am not mentally ill. I never was mentally ill. I was a child that was abused. I was a child that was abused sexually, emotionally, physically, in every single way, stuck in a war zone, lost her whole childhood. I was a little baby that lost her twin in the womb, a womb twin survivor. I was shocked. One thing after the other, one thing after the other. They took and took and took and took. And when I went out there with a message of recovery, they blocked me everywhere. They decided I was mentally ill. When my mum died, instead of saying you're grieving for your mum, they decided I was mentally ill. That's the problem with this world, this system. Martin is going to do a program about David Bowie. David Bowie apparently had schizophrenia. He was an artist, for God's sake. What is mediums? Clairaudient. They hear things. They're not schizophrenic. They hear things. They're earning a fortune from hearing voices. Guys, put it into perspective. If you grew up in a society where mediums were glorified, you go to a doctor and you say, I hear voices, they'll tell you you're mad, you've got schizophrenia. But no, you're a medium. You're getting messages, mediumship. In the test, to test whether you are schizoid, Cara, did you know this? They ask you a question if you believe in angels. Now, if you say you believe in angels, they say you're schizoid. They say you're schizoid if you say you believe in angels. That is the system you are dealing with. So millions and millions and millions of you that believe in angels, apparently you're schizoid. Did you know that? The system is disgusting and corrupt and sick. And no one should feel like I feel today. No one. But thank God I have Moving On TV, because if I can come on here and teach you how I'm going to stay sane, regardless of that phone call tomorrow, that's not going to happen. I'm not answering the phone. Whatever happens, happens, but I cannot answer the phone. As I say, you have to weigh up. At the moment, my higher power is saying to me, Lauren, just don't answer it. My loving parent is saying, don't answer it, Lauren, because you know how cruel they're going to be towards you. They have no feelings. They don't care. He just wants his house back. They just want to get you out there. They just want to take what's left of you. Just forget it. Don't answer. So I'm not. I'm not. So I'm going to look at the language of letting go. You see, the beautiful thing about the therapeutic community is you are never alone. So if I now had a community, therapeutic community, I would ring the bell and I'd say, oh my God, I've got to face this call tomorrow. And everyone would say, do you need support, Lauren? And I'd say, yes, I need support. So somebody would answer the phone with you because they would be more equipped to deal with it. You'd have 3 people, or you'd bring the phone call into the community and you would do it together. You don't do it on your own. Not when you have post-traumatic stress disorder, guys, which is not a mental illness. It's shock. Shock, shock, shock. You're all shocked. You're not mentally ill. You're shocked. Okay? So let's have a look at the language of letting go for today, January the 18th. I mean, I've even looked at, Cara, I've looked at a hotel with me and the cats. They want something like, well, you have to pay £10 per cat, right? On top of the cost of, say, if you stay somewhere like a travel lodge. So it's probably about £50 a night and then another £10 on top. So you're looking at about £2,000 a month if you want to live somewhere. It's just... Right. Today is about gratitude. Oh my God. Okay. Sometimes in life, things happen too fast. We barely solve one problem when 2 new problems surface. We're feeling great in the morning, but we're submerged in misery by nightfall. Every day we face interruptions, delays, changes, and challenges. We face personality conflicts and disappointments. Often, when we're feeling overwhelmed, we can't see the lessons in these experiences. One simple concept can get us through the most stressful of times. It's called gratitude. We learn to say thank you for these problems and feelings. Thank you for the way things are. I don't like this experience, but thank you anyway. Force gratitude until it becomes habitual. Gratitude helps us stop trying to control outcomes. It is the key that unlocks positive energy in our life. It is the alchemy that turns problems into blessings and the unexpected into gifts. Today, I will be grateful. I will start the process of turning today's pain into tomorrow's joy. January the 18th, gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me this issue to deal with so that I can learn how to stay sane through it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me fear. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to feel the fear. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to cry. to forgive the system again. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to forgive the system again and again, to forgive the mess of this human race, which I was part of. I don't feel I'm part of it anymore. I don't feel that I'm part of the human race anymore. I don't know about you, Cara, but I don't. I opted out. The human race created laws and regulations to suit a certain part of it, and it forgets about the rest of us because there's no equality. So I don't feel I'm part of the human race anymore. I've opted out. And in order to stay sane today, I need to opt out. It's okay to opt out. So it's all about gratitude, apparently, today. So thank you. So thank you today for the system, for pushing my buttons, for showing me my work. And my work is to deal with my fear and my rage. And I can feel the butterflies in my stomach. I can't really breathe very well at the moment. So how about we do some breathing? We put our feet on the ground and we connect to Mother Earth. Because I think the reason that I feel this is because I'm angry. I'm angry because the ego believes that God should take care of me. The ego believes that everything should take care of me because of the work I've done for humanity. And I don't get paid. I feel that I'm deserved to have a home and safety as compensation for all the work I do for humanity. Now, why would that be true? Because of the way you're brought up. You believe that you deserve something for what you do. But if you do it from the heart, real saints didn't expect anything back for the love they gave. Jesus didn't expect anything back. Buddha didn't expect anything back. Oh, but he didn't. Buddha went for 10 years and screamed and shouted everything out. For 10 years he worked on himself to get to the level where he didn't expect anything back. Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights and screamed and screamed. And when he was, whatever happened to him, I'm not going into it, he screamed at God and said, I'm not ready. No, I don't want you to do this. I don't want to give my life up. I don't want to be sacrificed. That is the human part. That is the ego. What does the Course in Miracles say today? Course in Miracles is all about the ego versus love. I remember having a conversation with Emmanuel, and Emmanuel was saying to me that even if he was faced with an eviction, he would be okay. Even if he didn't have family, even if he didn't have friends, even if he was completely on his own with the animals, he would be okay. Noah's Ark, Lauren's Ark. Do you know that they even took my caravan? Something like £500 a year to put a caravan on their piece of greedy land. And because I can't pay it, they took my caravan. So everything is just all about their greed. What about you? It's time you took your power back. That's what I try to do every day on Moving On TV. While I'm shaking in my boots, it's like, whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune so no one will suspect I'm afraid. Yeah. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless tone and whistle a happy tune so no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell. 'Cause when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I feel like picking up the phone tomorrow and singing to these idiots. Literally just singing. Why not? That's the most sense they'll get out of me. Chances of me answering the phone at 11 a.m. in the morning are very small. I'm usually asleep because I don't get to sleep till about 5 or 6 a.m. So I'm usually fast asleep anyway. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Look, the reality of the situation is they cannot evict me till May. The new law says they cannot evict me till May. The reality of the situation is if I don't answer the phone, they've got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out themselves. I am not partaking in this madness. And by May, as Kara said, we were going to have a new earth. We are going to have a new earth. We are going to have a new world by May. We just need to get past the next few months. Something will turn up. I've already had an offer of a house for May. I have got somewhere to live, but only from when she moves. Somebody already offered me somewhere, a home, but only when she moves. And of course, I've got to come up with the rent. So I need an income. And so I need to do my comfort zone thing that we talked about yesterday. And so I did. Did you do anything, guys? Did you come out of your comfort zone a little bit? Did you do anything? I did. I contacted a friend. She told me to make a list of all the charities to do with mental health. And she was going to draw up a letter with me to get grants. And she was going to give me a session to train me. Okay, so I got a result. Did you get a result with your goal? So all I've got to do now is get a pen and paper and write down, Google all these charities and trusts and come up with a list for Sue. And then she's going to do a letter with me to apply for grants. Because the most important thing is a salary for me. This is my work. I run a TV station for mental health. So the reality of the situation is, if I don't answer the phone, they have to go back and get another court order. And I think it takes another 12 weeks for them to do that. They have to apply again because I am not complying with them. I don't comply with anyone. So I don't answer the phone. Leave it. You take it. As I said to you, you've got to deal with, sometimes you've got to say to God, I can't do it. You take it. And today I sat in the little church in Newenden. Martin gave me a lift down to Newenden, Cara. And I sat in the beautiful little church and I said to God, and I cried, and I said, I don't have a clue what to do. I'm on my knees here. You take it. You take it. You take it. That's all I can do. So there's no point going over and over it, is there? Because I don't have any solutions. So if there's no solution for me to come up with as Lauren, it's a bit like I'll go round and round in circles. What's the point of me going round in circles with a situation that I can't find a solution? You take it. God takes it. Love takes it. I am bringing up the rage and the fear, and I'm prepared to believe that God will take care of this because I have no choice. You take it. If an alcoholic can give up drink, if a drug addict can give up drugs when they say you take it, get down on their knees and say to God, to love, to a tree or whatever your higher power is, you take it. And they actually give up drinking or taking drugs the next day. Come on, guys, a piece of cake. Surely God, this is going to work. If someone who has been drinking all their life or taking drugs all their life and they go down on their knees and say, you take it, and the day after they don't want to drink anymore, there are loads of miracles like that. So I'm on my knees now saying, I can't deal with this, you take it. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. You take it. It's not a case that I'm not. Some people, you're going into denial here, Lauren. Yes, I am actually, because there's no solution. Now, if I had a solution, okay, but I don't. There's not one solution that I can come up with at the moment to protect me and Peace and Ellie. No one. Because they don't answer the phone. No, Peace and Ellie. Shelter don't answer the phone. Homelessness don't answer the phone. Nobody is working because everyone is working remotely. No one gives a shite. What happens to me? No one. The Samaritans answer the phone. So what am I supposed to do? No one will take us in. We can go and live in a cat hotel for £2,000 a month. Will you pay £2,000 a month to put me and Peace and Ellie up? Of course you won't. None of you will. We're not going to live in a car. I don't even have it. Well, hopefully I'll have my car back in a week. So we live in a car. That is not exactly a good solution, a tiny car with two cats pooing and peeing all over the place. No, that would be abuse. It's not going to happen. So when you have completely written down, brainstormed every single idea, what am I going to do? And you can't come up with a solution, then you have to hand it over to your ancestors in heaven, your mum and dad in heaven, God in heaven. You take it. The family are all in heaven. The others don't want to know. Mind you, I don't know if my sister would help, but I'm not going on my knees to someone who's had nothing to do with me, more or less, for nearly 6 years. Very little to do with me in nearly 6 years. I'm not begging that lot. That house was my father's home, and I should have, in an ideal world, it should have been my home too. But no, that didn't happen. Didn't happen because of the kind of world we live in. So, and there's no way I'm going back to the land of milk and poo and shit or whatever. I just want to be safe and not go anywhere at the moment. So as I said to you, you could say I'm in denial. No, I'm not in denial, because I've written out all the ideas and all the possibilities, and there aren't any. If there hadn't been a pandemic, maybe, and I will say that, I'm sorry, but if you don't like it, you'll probably get me wiped off, so I can't say anymore. If that hadn't happened, then I could have gone and lived in a normal council place because of the age that I am, a nice little council house. But because of all of this madness, there's no common sense anymore, and no one answers the phone, and I am not putting Lauren into any more stress because I love Lauren. She doesn't deserve it. I'm talking about Lauren, the identity, the little girl that went through hell. I'm not putting her through anymore. She's lost everything and everyone because she's brave and courageous, and people didn't want to be around her because she had the guts to say the truth as usual. So I'm not putting her under any more, and I'm not putting Peace and Ellie under any more stress either. They're very, very old. They're going to be 19 in March, bless them. And they're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I made my point, and that's what I'm manifesting. You take it. So when you say to me, Lauren, you're in denial, the first step, the 12 steps, is I'm totally powerless. I'm admitting I'm powerless. That is not denial. I'm powerless. The human shell that I am is powerless. I can't do anything about what's going on now. Totally powerless. I am totally powerless over everything, over this particular situation. I am totally powerless over these no marks that I'm really not even paying attention to. But people are telling me that we're getting a lot of bots coming on, apparently. Whatever. I'm powerless. There's nothing I can do until I can change onto a different streaming. Unfortunately, people won't subscribe because we're getting all these awful comments, but there's nothing I can do. You're here, Cara. We've got lovely Bonnie now from California. We've got a few people watching. Whatever. If I was in this for the money and the fame, I would have given up ages ago. If you feel better because I'm smiling and I don't have any choice today whatsoever, but I'm not dying. I'm not dying. There's a big difference. I told you that. I am grateful. My body is very healthy, thank God. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for nature. I'm grateful for Ewenden. I'm grateful to Martin that he took me to Ewenden today. I'm grateful for the little church. I'm grateful for the beautiful food. I'm grateful for the amazing salads that I can make, that I've got beautiful vegetables and salad and water. And I'm grateful for Peace and Ellie, and I'm grateful for moving on TV, and I'm grateful that there are people watching. I'm grateful to Cara for giving us the most beautiful, beautiful opportunity by sponsoring our beautiful, beautiful logo. And we're getting a banner made, and you'll be happy to know, Cara, it's orange. Like you said, of course. And at some point it'll go in the back so you don't have to look at the bath. There you go. There's our beautiful logo. And there's our TV, Stay Sane Daily and Positivity. Moving on TV, mental health. Thanks to Cara. Thanks to Cara sponsoring it. I'm grateful. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for so many things. I'm grateful that I know how to heal this body. I'm grateful that I went to the therapeutic community. I'm grateful that I was given a job. I'm grateful that they stopped me from working so that I could come up with creating my own media. Because if they put me on their media, I wouldn't have needed to create my own media, right? So I'm grateful that everything leads to something else. Everything leads to something else. Yeah? I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful that I'm protected, that the universe protects me from people, places, and things that are not good for me, that I can't deal with. I'm grateful that I can meditate now and I can go and make this incredible salad and a lovely cup of tea with dairy-free milk or whatever. I'm not a vegan and I don't believe in all the crap and all the promotion of veganism. Doesn't make sense to me. When they do that to me is, there's something behind it. I don't trust it. Veganarian, all that stuff. I don't trust that, sorry. To me, that is all part of the system. They're trying to push you something. If the media's doing it, they're trying to push something. So I don't trust it. I don't trust pure veganism. And I trust pure, obviously, if you're making it yourself. I have friends like Daya's a vegan and she makes everything herself. But I can't, I did explain that. I can't be a pure vegan because I get sick. The body doesn't want to be a pure vegan. And I trust that. I trust that everybody knows, your cells, your body knows what it needs. I don't even go into that one, but it's an interesting subject. So I'm grateful today for moving on TV. I'm going to put a film on for you guys because I need to meditate and I need to bring all of this up. I really could do with getting in the car and going back to London, but I can't because I don't have a car. Just to sit in nature. I feel like I'm distracting as well by being on here. So I come on here and I distract from the fear that I'm feeling about tomorrow. But why should there be any fear about tomorrow? I'm not answering the phone. So I've made a decision. I've given it to God. God can answer the phone. You answer the phone, God. Okay, so let's put something on for you. Let me see. Let me put something on for you. So I'm trying to put on as much as possible about sanity and programs that are going to help you. How about, what about Emmanuel? Emmanuel's Love versus Ego was just an incredible, absolutely incredible interview. If you guys haven't seen it yet. Yeah, Love versus Ego. First of all, I'm going to put on this beautiful song because by Kelly Ballard, because it's such a stunning song and it really is all about love. And I believe that God is love. And so it will take care of me somehow. I just have to trust today that I will be okay, that we will all be okay.
The love I wished for upon a fallen star may not be the perfect story written for my heart. Love is all a mystery with a future we can't see. But I was hoping this one love would be all I'd ever need. Love can be so unkind. It's left me hurting on the broken side. And there's some days I can't get up out of my bed. And there's some days I think I'll never feel love again. But someday, maybe I'll find a heart like mine, and the feeling of love will carry us away until the end of time. Like a sunburst through the clouds, I hope that someday love's gonna light the way. Love's gonna light the way. I know that time can take my mind to a distant place from you. And alone each night as they pass by, I feel a pale shade of blue. I believe there could be love again once my fears and doubts are gone. And one day it may bring happiness, but I know I must be strong. Love could be so unkind. It's left me hurting on the broken side. There's some days I can't get up out of my bed. And there's some days I think I'll never feel love again. But someday, maybe I'll find a heart like mine, and the feeling of love will carry us away until the end of time. Like a sunburst through the clouds, I hope that someday love's gonna light the way. Love's gonna light the way.
Okay. 9 o'clock tonight. Join me back for an interview with Mario Esteban. Take care. Cara, join me at 9:30 p.m. Love you, sweetheart. Bye.